So today I'm bringing guys a brand new sports cards video. In today's video, I'm going to be breaking down the 5 best NBA investments I believe you can make before the start of next season. As you guys know, during the offseason, we see a lot of great buying opportunities. We've seen it for football already, where in the beginning of the NBA, or in the beginning of the NFL offseason, we saw a lot of players take a big jump. One example is Trevor Lawrence, whose cards have gone up close to 50% since the end of last season. And there's plenty of other cards in football that have really gone up. Overall, the football market has been up a good bit since the end of last season. If you want to take an example, a Trevor Lawrence National Treasures in the beginning of the offseason was a $10,000 card in a BGS 9. Currently, it's a $15,000 card. So that is one example of a 50% increase. And I believe a lot of that's going to happen for basketball as well, because prices are very low on certain players right now. So without further ado, we are going to hop right into the first pick. And this pick may surprise a lot of people, but it's going to be Kelvin Johnson of the San Antonio Spurs. I know this sounds a little bit odd, but I do have plenty of reasons why I believe he is going to be one of the best investments for next season, because his current prices are extraordinarily low for his career accomplishments. I know he hasn't accomplished much. He scored 22 points per game last season, and now all of a sudden the Spurs have the number 1 overall pick, and that means they're getting Victor Wembanyama. And of course, with Wemby going number 1, likely to the Spurs, we are going to see a lot more attention on the San Antonio Spurs. So Keldon Johnson's always had the game. He's scoring 20-plus points per game. He's an incredible scorer, an incredible playmaker, and his prices are extremely low. So I believe with Wemby joining the Spurs and bringing all this hype and attention onto the San Antonio Spurs, we're going to see a lot of attention around Keldon Johnson's market, because a lot of attention will be on the Spurs. So I believe it's going to be a great buying opportunity to buy in super cheap this offseason and just see. I mean, at the end of the day, he has the talent. He just hasn't got any attention around him. So I believe when attention comes to Keldon Johnson's market, his prices are going to really go up. So I just suggest looking for a handful of his cards. I'm not going to recommend a specific one, but I would definitely say whatever fits your budget. I believe it could be hard to go wrong because of all the tension that's going to be around the Spurs next season, and with Keldon Johnson being one of those star pieces around Wemby. So without further ado, we're going to hop right into the next pick, and we're going to get over another pick from the San Antonio Spurs, and that is going to be Devin Vassell. He is another 18-plus point per game scorer on the San Antonio Spurs, whose cards are dirt cheap. I believe, like I said, exact same reasons for Keldon Johnson. There's going to be a lot of attention around the San Antonio Spurs with Wemby going there, and I believe that's going to cause a lot of attention to come on Devin Vassell's market as well, because he is one of the brightest young stars in the game, but gets zero attention right now because the Spurs have been really irrelevant. But I believe that's going to flip on its head, and we're going to see a big increase in the market of Devin Vassell as well. So without further ado, we're going to hop right into the next pick, and that is going to be DeAaron Fox. I believe DeAaron Fox, his market is going to perform, in my opinion, very similarly to Trevor Lawrence's market. He's the new young star in town. He had an amazing season this year, and I believe there's going to be a lot of people buying into his cards going into next season. I believe if you can find any of his key cards for any reasonable prices right now, is going to be an incredible time to get in, because I don't think we're going to see another great buying opportunity for De'Aaron Fox in the future if he continues to improve and show that he can win games. He's always had the talent. He's always been one of the brightest young stars, but he's never been able to win until last season, when he was able to really make a push versus the Warriors and take them to Game 7 and be the number 3 seed. So I think the future is super bright for De'Aaron. First playoff appearance, crushed it, and I believe he's really going to have a great season next year as well. So I think his cards are going to be extremely hot leading into next season. Now, without further ado, we're going to hop right into the next pick. I'm going to go over this a little bit more briefly because I've talked about it a lot on the channel already, but Giannis's prices are extremely low right now compared to where they were. And I believe, given he had a horrible year this year, at least, in the playoffs, they did not perform well. I believe we're going to see a lot of great buying opportunities for Giannis this offseason. And I believe next season could be, if he's just right back to where he was, I believe he's going to be, a player that's going to see a good increase. I believe if you can get some of these cards, like a select rookie PSA 10 for just $400, you're going to see some great upside there. So I definitely am a big buyer for Giannis's cards. Now, without further ado, another young star that I believe is going to be super hot going into next season is going to be Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I mean, this guy was nearly in the MVP conversation. I know his team did not perform well, but at the end of the day, Shai is come onto the scene as one of the best young stars in the game. And I think his prices still have a long way to go. I think we could see a great amount of increase in his card prices this offseason. We saw his cards be super hot last season, and I believe they're going to be hot again this season. So I just think it's an overall good time to be buying into Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's market. I believe he's going to be one of the hottest players heading into next season. So I really hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you enjoyed, go ahead and drop a like. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. We are on our way to 50,000 subscribers, so it means so much to me if you guys could drop a subscription if you did enjoy the video. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'm out. Peace.